So this is the deck profile. You play 3 Old Core, 3 Buster Drake, and then 3, or, lied, that's not a card. 2 Crush Wyvern. 3, 3, 2, just from playtesting and seeing, having another piece that is reliable and can get you more pieces along with card advantage to be able to pitch off of the Buster or the Mechaba is phenomenal, along with just having those pieces that you can see to be able to pitch them off of your draw cards or anything else for that matter. B is this mandatory, like this is pretty standard. I've seen a lot of people going back to the 2-3-2, which I think is correct, but I've just found a lot of success with the 3-3-2. Along with the Union monsters, we play 2 Driver. I don't believe there's any reason to play 3. I think that it's incorrect to play 1 just because if you draw it, then the card's dead and you're not able to do any of your combos whatsoever. We play the 1-2-1-2 gear because that helps facilitate the Hulk of Fibrax combo. So much easier just being able to go off and this, that, and the other. And it also gives the monster a 500 boost, which it doesn't really happen. Then you also have your Photon Orbital along with your 2 Galaxy Soldiers. There's no reason to play 3. If you open it in your hand, awesome, because you're going to get to this card within the combo. And this will add this card to your hand no matter what, unless they ash it, but if they held on to the ash that long, I guess they deserve it. The card that you bring off the Hulk of Fibrax is the O-line, so that you can keep going off your play. And if you do draw this card, it's perfectly fine because with the Quick Draw Synchron, you can pitch it to the graveyard and still continue going off of your combo. Now, let's just say you're not able to do like what you need to. Like say you open a hand and you can't do anything else, but you can also special summon this card off the Hulk of Fibrax. It'll still get you to the same point that you need to. You just need to make sure that you've thought about the play in the English is hard. Being able to think about how your play is gone, being able to bring out the C as long as you have a piece in hand, you're able to still do this full-on combo by special summoning this out, and it's also a good hand trap, and then you got this bot, which if he gets middle to grave, or if you need to pitch him off of the quick draw, it's perfectly fine. It does suck, but at that point, it's still live in graveyard because of Gamma's effect if needed. Then you have your spell lineup, which is your 3 hangers, obviously. Terraforming, because forming. Then you have your set rotation, and the card that I'm playing with the set rotation is the Mystic Mine. There's no other good field spells for this deck because we've lost Darkworm and everything else for the Ancient Fairy plays and all of that. And along with that Dragon Frisian dude. Like, I feel like this is the best card. It can help in certain situations, being able to bait out a negate and be able to keep going with your combo no matter how you go about it. The next best card of this deck is the Unauthorized Reactivation, and you want to play 3 of it. This card is absolutely amazing, stunning in so many different ways, just because they go Dark Ruler no more. Like if you shotgun this ahead of time, you equip the Cyber Dragon with a B. Boom, you can negate it. They try to Nibiru you at a certain point and you're able to still keep going. Just go ahead and do this to your Hulk of Fibrax or other cards, and they won't be sent to the graveyard because you can equip it with the Assault Core, which is amazing. Or if they are trying to bait out negate on their turn by just dropping in an infinite impermanence, you can equip the C, which is phenomenal. And it makes them unaffected by those cards, and you can just go about your life. The other card is we play 3 tuning to be able to get to a quick draw synchron if needed. If you open hanger or the unauthorized with a piece, you're perfectly fine. You don't have to use this, but there is a way to be able to end the board with the IP, Buster, Mechaba, Infinity along with the carrier. You won't be able to tag out the Buster, sadly, until the IP's effect resolves. Otherwise, you have to go about it haphazardly. I don't know if that's the most optimal to end with IP, but it's still a great card to have in your deck, just in case you have a subpar hand and you can end on IP, Infinity, Buster. Then your draw cards, 1-up Star Goblin to make it 39 cards, and then the popper-ups. These cards can be great and also great and also hurtful, just because you take life points equal to the number of cards that are in your hand. So you need to be very cautious and careful. In one of the dual replays, for some reason, I had a moment of error. I should have set the 2 cards in my hand. I still would have had 2,000 more life points than what I already had, and I would have won that game instead of having to go into a game 3. But the card is amazing. It allows you to drop pieces into the graveyard along with drawing. Life points are life points. And then the rounded out is the last 3, the Infinite Impermanence. This card I have debating on cutting. It is a very good card, yes, but I have thought about going with Ghost Ogre just because at that point it does get rid of the issue on the board, and I can use it whenever. And it's also a level 3 tuner, but I'm not 100 yet. I'm still going to be testing this out and seeing how it goes. Now into the extra deck. You got your Flame Swordsman, you've got your Final Fantasy tokens, obviously, for the Link Cross guy, and then you got your Mecha Phantom Beast token. Then you play your 2 Link Crosses for the combo, which has been stated in this video or another video, depending on how I go about editing and all that fun stuff. Then you have your 1 IP, you have Cross Sheep, you have Union Carrier, you have Kriston, Halka-Fibrex for your Link 2s. That is all you need. Then you have the 1 Nightmare Unicorn. It is a phenomenal card, just being able to get another card to the graveyard, just a generic Link 3 to go off with. And then I play the Apollo just because of the IP. I've debated on cutting the Apollo for a different card, but if I'm playing the IP, I feel like this is the best option for it. I have debated on Boral Sword, but the deck, if I'm already in that position, I'm already going to be winning, and I don't want to just go into a Boral Sword on my opponent's turn. I feel like the Apollo will at least put more pressure on the board for my opponent. Now, we've got our Xyz, which we have the Digesto Emerald and the Nova and the Infinity. Now, the only thing is that I like and hate this card at the same time. It's needed right now, as you saw within the deck profile. I don't play anything to recur the Buster. Now, this card is phenomenal to be able to reoccur it, but at this point, I would love Konami to just bump Buster Dragon up to 2 so I can not have to play this card. Like, it's nice, but the only downside of it is that if they ash me or impermanence it, then I'm sitting out without another turn of a Buster. So you have to be very careful on when you bring him out and making sure that you can stop whatever's in their hand at that point. Then you have the Metal Marcher and the Muddy Mud Dragon for the Mechaba play. And then the last 2 is your Mechaba and the Sad Boy, that's at 1, ABC Buster Dragon. That concludes this video, unless you guys want to see the side deck, which is pretty standard. 1 Pankratops, 3 Dark Ruler No More, 3 Cosmic Cyclones, 3 Artifact Lancia, 3 Appointer of the Red Lotus, 1 Imperial, and 1 Red Reboot to round off the deck. Thank you guys so much. Please subscribe. Please tell me how you feel about the deck profile, any improvements that you think could be helpful towards it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.